No intro. Alright, well, there's gonna be no intro for this, so we might as well just get into it. Alright, let's just talk about the new monsters and monsters. Well, my personal favorites, at least, not the ones that I dislike. Okay, so Raydell is this railgun. He's basically a railgun Leviathan, railgun wyvern thing. Yeah, this guy is. He charges up like a railgun. I assume this guy sleeps to charge, just like an electric type Pokemon. And he shoots it all the way. And yeah, he's pretty hard. And yeah, he's a bit hard. I'd say really hard because this is the first Monster Hunter game that I've actually officially played. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say that. Essentially happens if you turn a. Yeah, he's a living railgun. And even the TV tropes page says he's a living railgun. Okay, LG boss. And he is the ruler of the sand dunes, like, of that sand play, of the Windward Plains. Yeah, he is the ruler of that place. That sand stuff, those little sand dunes, and yeah, he perfect. It's ironic because electric type creatures are weak. Ironic because electric is weak to ground. So I don't know about that. I don't know. Anyways, Ray Dow, pretty cool. I really love his design. I really love that he's a living railgun. That's pretty awesome. Anyways, let's get the box art monster. Or the, yeah, and his name is Archivald. Or Archiveld? Archiveld, yeah. A ruthless Tux beaks that appears almost eyeless. He might have no eyes at first glance, but his eyes and his almost artificial looking swords on his arm that he used to grab and choke and slash enemies. Smarts. Now this guy is pretty intelligent, right? Because he uses these and he uses them pretty effective ways, like whipping them, strangling them up, grabbing them and putting it to his mouth. I don't know. Like this man is crazy, and this guy is insane. To be like, he's very tough. I don't know about y'all, but I love his design. He actually looks like a living weapon or something. I don't know. I don't know. We've been getting a lot of those recently, so I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, and he's all fluffy back there. So yeah, you guess pet him if you would like. All right, next monster. Yes, a creepy spider. Those are okay. Yes, a creepy spider. I forgot the thing's name, so just be careful. Her name is Lala Barina, and that name and her name translates "Don't be fooled" in Somalian. So in English, yeah, don't be fooled. And I don't know why we're being fooled about. Like, look at her. She looks terrifying. Oh, because just looks like the stuff of nightmares. She looks like something from Resident Evil in some cases. Like, it, anyways, yeah, that's just the spider. Her name is Lava Marina. The game's Resident Giant Spider is not only even more spindly and realistic. Yeah, she looks very realistic compared to everything else. Then Nice Girl and Rana Kakadai. Kadaka. I still don't know how to pronounce the name. Don't get on me. And Rana Kakadai. Yeah, but also looks, I think, way better. Like the red hair, like it's pretty easy on the eyes, but it's just creepy. But it's just very creepy. But there's a very creepy way she skitters, twitches and skitters around as she spreads her hairs everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. Now, next. Right, next. Nura Urda, which his name sounds Ramonian, is not Urda. I don't know if this translates are intentional or what, but we're just freaking rolling with it. And this guy is terrifying. This thing is actually pretty unique for a monster in this context of this game. He actually looks like a Dark Souls boss fight. Wanna know what? The Black Flame is the apex of the oil well basin and comes crashing out of the gate as a horde and a cross between a Narcos and a Gazimo. Gagimazio? Being a building-sized cephalopod covered in flaming tar and bony spikes with a blank white eyes pulsating bioluminescence, which are the blue stuff on his eyes. And the blue stuff coming out of his, hands or something? Mm-hmm. Don't they incinerate enemies by breathing bilges of fire in an instant? Blue flames. I wish it would fire in an instant. Or simply crushing him with his spiked tentacles with his. No, but I think this guy looks cool. He's a cephalopod. octopus. How can you not make those? Those are always creepy, and they did a good job here. I mean, come on, like it's like a Dark Souls villain. I appreciate this man's design, and he's up there with Ray Dow, the Wyvern, which is my number one favorite monster in Monster Hunter. One of my top favorite monsters next to Mitsune and Xenogore. But, and also the Palico, if you, the felines, if you count them as monsters, I mean, they're not, but I count them as them. It says it in the thing. Come on. He crushes the, and guess what he does? And his death is brutal. Oh, and he has one of the most brutal trailers, with his release also showing up one of his brutal pin attack scenes in the series. He crushes the hunter with his tentacle and brings him to his face, as if he's taunting them, slowly and deliberately raising in flame-spewing nozzles in their face, then burns them alive at one point-blank range as they desperately raise their hand to protect themselves. Yeah, this man is creepy. Yeah, this man is a sadist. I don't trust him. But hey, he's an apex predator. What can you do? Then again, that's how octopus are, so we're going to take a break from the scary and just go on to something. I think he has to be one of my top favorites, too. He's not 3, top 5, but he's kind of up there. He's my second favorite monster behind this game by Ray Dow. This is the Chatacabra. Chatacabra. And he is a frog roaming the windward plain. He roams the windward plains. He has a mastodon that secretes a special adhesive that he used to stone its arm power-ups, attacks, and defense. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, amphibian, he's a giant, okay. Basically, this man, and this guy is docile. Like, he won't attack unless you attack first, which is justified. Which is, okay, I'm not going to hate on it for that. But the guy himself, he looks like some people say he looks like a fanged, he's also a combination of a fanged beast with a frog. He reminds me of a lot of, what's his name? Dreadnought from Pokemon, but Dreadnought was a turtle. This is a frog, so I don't know. But then again, he's also buff as shit. You know, you gotta have that. Their front limbs are way bigger and more developed than their hind limbs, so I guess buff. Skipped out on leg day, but again, he's a big frog. I mean, come on. I don't think this one uses its legs. It mostly uses its tongue and forearms, so we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, that's Chatacabra. Chatacabra. I love him. Love him a lot. Just love this big dummy. But I don't know. And his weak point is his tongue. So that's all you need to know. This is Duna. Okay? Or Uzaduna. And its other name. And she appeared, and she's a majestic Leviathan. And she has a ocean theme. Not one of my favorites, but I think, okay guys, should I just make a video of me giving thoughts about every monster in the Monster Hunter series? Would you guys watch that? Because I'm gonna make one, okay? That might be one of my favorites. Imes rules the Scarlet Forest, as she is apex predator. Adept in the water despite her size, she appears most often in the tutorial rains of the downpour, using the moisture and her own bodily fluids to create fin-like veils that protect her and help her stir up massive waves. So she's using her sweat, basically. Yeah, that's definitely not freaky at all. Let's not make this out of context. And I love this design so much. She looks like a Siamese fighting fish, if you know what that is. But she crossed with a dragon. And they pull it off pretty well. I don't know about the name. But the name sounds nice. Duna, like, come on. It's not, like, creepy or anything. But it does, it sounds nice, but it also sounds a little weird. Sounds weird, just like this monster right here. Just like this Leviathan. Oh, and her mouth is her weak point. Large body slam. And also, another thing, she is a river-dwelling fish like amphibians. So she is modeled after a fish. Like, I would assume a Siamese fighting fish, because those things live in lakes, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like Mitsune, but Mitsune is based on like a fox or something. It's like a kitsune or something. This is more or less a fish. like, come on. And you know how much I love uh, oceanic creatures in games, okay? Back to scariness. Hello, meet Rajang's brother, Argicon, an agile monkey-like fang beast that inhabits the oil basin and is more active during the fire spring period, which I guess is the summer, but I don't know. Its most striking feature are the flame-like shells on his back that he can ignite with friction to imbue his attack and heat explosive force. So he's kind of like Turtonator from Pokemon, but just as a big-ass monkey. Yeah, great. Like, we need Rajang on fire. Like, I don't know why. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, I feel bad for the people trying to kill this guy. Oh, and look, one by and I think this guy killed Orda in the later leading the normally intimidating Archagon's helpless as the Mauson. Yeah, he gets killed by Urda. Yeah, that big cephalopod thing that I showed you all earlier. Yeah, that thing killed him. I'm just gonna leave it there. That shows you how intimidating Urda is. I would not mess with him. But this thing is still scary though, and he looks like a fire deity. And you can see in his face, he looks like a dragon, a Chinese Western dragon in some cases. So they did good job on the design. I'm not gonna hate on the design. I I mean, is it better than Rajang? No, but he definitely does look insane. He looks like a demon too. And yeah, he also looks like a Buddhism statue, muscular. He also looks like a Neo statue, muscular defenders of Buddhism that repel evil, often seen as guarding temple gates. The Palico set is based on the Shisa, guarding lion dog statues that also guard temple gates from evil, which is Hisuian Arcanine Growlithe. And Hisuian Growlithe, if you wonder. And that one statue dog pal from Power World, this Circuit Jamia update. Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of this stuff in these games, and I would like to say, if I made a video, I would probably make a compilation of my thoughts on every single creature from a game. It'd be a giant compilation, and you guys would be watching that mess like no one's business. It's probably gonna be like an hour or so because I mean I gave so many thoughts about it, but then again I don't know. I'm just rambling on. And yeah, so he has a his strongest tag is been in place to build up huge amount of sparks and heat. So, yeah, he's basically electric fire. So, what? Oh, there we go. What makes him so scary is a lot more inside than Nish to his face, which is stylized like a perpetually snarling Hindu demon. Yeah, he's a Hindu demon, like Shard Shavana, which looked too humanoid for a monster. Like, I was like, which is pretty creepy in itself. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, have you seen Shara Ishavalda's eyes? Like, good grief, her eyes are creepy as hell. Before it almost being as and he has an ill temper too, and Archagon has an ill temper as Rajang, his brother, and simply intelligent with the way he uses terrain doesn't help. It doesn't help either. So yeah, that's him, and he is creepy. He's scary mostly because of that face of his. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. I don't want to do anything else here, but I think the next video is going to be me giving my thoughts on every Monster Hunter monster ever. Like before this. I'm not going to do anything for Power World. The Pokemon ones, we're going to save them for subscriber specials, but we're only up to Gen 3. I'm tempted to reach 400 or 500 subs at the end of the year. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.